Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Angeline Wanjeri. If you're new to this channel, hello. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on your post notifications so that you can get notified anytime I drop a video like I'm about to do right here, right now, today for all of you guys. Now on today's vlog, I'm going to be sharing with you guys my battle with hyperhidrosis. Now, for some of you who may not know what hyperhidrosis is, it's a disorder that causes excessive sweating. This is something I have battled for over 20 years. It is a disorder that I've struggled with since my childhood. It has affected me mentally, physically, emotionally in so many ways. I remember growing up, I used to be afraid of shaking people's hands. So anytime they would extend their hands like shake mine, I would just ignore. When I used to go to church, back then I was a Catholic. So there's this part in the church where they say shake each other's hands, exchange a sign of peace. And I remember I would sit down and bow my head like this and pretend I'm praying so that people don't extend their hands for me to shake. So many people, I'm sure, thought niko na attitude, niko na madharau, niko na hii na hii na hii. So I mean, it really affected me in so many ways. It used to be so bad that I used to have sweat stains under my arms. So I would avoid wearing white or any bright colors, and that is how I fell in love with black. So my love for the color black began in my childhood because it just helped disguise a lot of things. It would be so bad sometimes when let's say I'm in town. I remember this time I had gone for computer classes, and I'm one of those people who gets really nervous, especially around people I don't know, I've just met. I just joined this computer class, so a lot of new people and stuff like that, trying to fit in and everything. My anxiety levels were high, so that's actually one of my triggers for hyperhidrosis, excessive sweating, when I'm really, really nervous. So I remember that I would be so nervous in those classes, and that time maybe I've worn a gray top or a white top or a green, yellow, whatever other color, and the sweat stains would be so large under my arms. I would go to a bathroom and then I would put my armpits on that thing, that machine for drying hands, the hand dryer. Yes, I would put my armpits, like stretch the top and put my armpits under that dryer, like so that that area dries. And then of course, you know, with over excessive sweating comes smell. So it was not easy. It was not easy for me at all. Even as I grew older, for example, my job as a TV presenter really needed me to be social, go out there, meet new people, interviewing different people almost every single day. So imagine you're interviewing a celebrity, for example, that you've looked up to from the times you were young, from the time I was young, and now you have the opportunity to talk to them and interview them on the show and stuff like that. I would make sure I wear closed shoes so that people don't see the sweat that's on my feet. Then I would dress in black or in jeans that when I'm sweating, like in between my thighs, like there are no sweat stains, so nobody would know. Sometimes I would even wear bikers on top underneath something that I'm wearing, a dress or even a pants, depending on the kind of pants that I'm wearing. So it has been a process. It has really been a process. It has affected me in so many ways, especially even when I was in relationships. I couldn't hold hands. Like, I just hated that feeling. Plus I didn't want to put the other person through that, you know, when making out and stuff like that. Another trigger for hyperhidrosis is excitement. So when I get too overexcited and stuff like that, I would start sweating. So it has really affected me throughout my whole entire life in so many ways. But I just came to the realization that hyperhidrosis is here to stay. There's nowhere it's going. I've researched a few ideas on treatments. There's this one, shock therapy or something. You go and put your feet and your hands in some water or something. You stay there for how many hours, and then it's something you'll have to keep doing. Is it every month or every 3 months? I can't really remember. Then there's also the option of getting surgery, where you go to the hospital and all your sweat glands are removed. And most of these treatments are very expensive. So number one, I can't afford them. Number two, there are quite a number of side effects. Like for the shock therapy, for example, if you do it for your hands and your feet, now that sweat will transfer to other areas of your body. So since your hands and feet can't sweat, you will sweat on your face, you will sweat under your boobs, you will sweat. So I'm just like, at the end of the day, nope, I am am not ready for those side effects. Now, there are two different types of hyperhidrosis. There's primary hyperhidrosis and then there's secondary hyperhidrosis. Primary hyperhidrosis is basically you're born with it, you inherit it basically, and that's what I have, primary hydrosis. I just inherited it. I have no idea from who, but I inherited it. My dad didn't have that condition, my mom didn't have that condition, so I do not know which relative that I inherited this disorder from, but yeah, I inherited it. And then there's secondary hyperhidrosis. Secondary hyperhidrosis just means it's an underlying condition as to why you are sweating excessively. It can usually be an underlying condition. People with diabetes, for example, it can also be the medication you're taking. So for you, if you're someone who it just starts abruptly, it is just good to go visit your doctor and find out what is going on. So yeah, that is hyperhidrosis in a nutshell. So on this vlog, basically, I'm just here to let people know, people that are suffering from this disorder, I'm just here to let them know you are not alone, and imagine it is manageable and you just have to learn to live with it. There's nothing you can do, to be honest. There's nothing much you can do. Oh, I forgot another treatment that people do, Botox. But then every month, and guess what, I researched how much Botox is in Kenya. CG 200 and something K a month. I am like, where am I getting 240,000 a month? So you see, there are treatment options, but they're so expensive to the point I was just like, you know what, this thing is here to stay. I cannot be cured from it. Let me just learn to live with it. So as I was saying on this vlog, I'm just here to let people know that you are not alone. I suffer from it too, and basically just also to guide you on how to stay fresh and clean when you're battling with an excessive sweating disorder, because with this excessive sweating comes bad smell. So for you to stay fresh and clean and smelling good throughout the whole entire day, it takes a lot and it's a process. So I'm just going to guide you through my process, and hopefully it can help somebody who gets to watch this vlog. So number one, for me, it all starts with showering. My shower routine. My shower routine is very, very simple, by the way. I just enter the shower. I use cold water. That is also a thing. Number one, use cold water in the mornings. I have never understood people who it is so hot outside. In the morning you wake up and you're using really, really hot water. By the time you're coming out, you're sweating. It's just, I don't know. I've always been a fan of cold water. Use cold water in the mornings. You wake up, and then cold water keeps your skin looking younger. In case you did not know, cold water keeps your skin looking younger. Hot water even loosens your skin. You age faster, if you did not know, FYI. So cold water in the mornings, it wakes you up, and then it cools your body down. So cold water in the mornings. And then my shower routine, as I was saying, is very, very simple. I just wake up, head to the shower, and I begin by using bar soap. So for the soap that I use, this is the soap that I use, antibacterial. I'm a geisha girl, so geisha, this is the soap that I use. This is the traditional black soap. I love this soap. Aside from having hyperhidrosis, I also have eczema. So my skin is really sensitive to lotions and things and shower gels and all that with really strong smells. So I love this because my skin didn't react badly to it. It's a very lightly fragranced soap, and then it is black soap. So most of the ingredients in this thing are natural. So it has cocoa butter and charcoal, and I'm such a huge fan of cocoa butter. So I begin with this. So I lather myself with geisha black soap. So, and then after that, I will proceed to use shower gel. Again, as I mentioned, I love cocoa butter. A lot of my products have cocoa butter in them, coffee, vanilla, cocoa. Like, I'm in love with that family. So this is a shower gel that I'm currently using. This is Blue King, and it has cocoa infusion with coconut oil and cocoa butter scent. There it is. And guess how much this shower gel is in the supermarket? 400 bob. 400 bob. You know, when I saw it, I was like, oh my gosh, this was such a steal. So I got this from Quickmart. Yeah, Quickmart. And as you can see, it's new. It's a new product in the market for them. So yes, cocoa infusion with coconut oil and cocoa butter scent, and it smells amazing. It is not too overpowering, it is not so strong, and it works well on my skin. So after I've used bar soap, I then use shower gel. And then once I am done using shower gel, I proceed to scrub my body. So as you can see, this one has coffee and vanilla. As I mentioned, I'm in love with that family. Cocoa butter, cocoa, I'm in love. Vanilla, coffee, I'm in love. The scents just work amazing on my body. So I scrub my body with this. And then I proceed to shave, because remember, hair also traps a lot of dirt, and bad smells thrive where there's bacteria. So I always make sure I shave under my arms, my vaginal area. I always make sure I shave, and I use BIC for this. This comes as a set of how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I think 6. Yeah, it comes as a set of 6, and it's really, really affordable at the supermarket. I think it's 100 and something. So I've always used this for my shaving escapades in the shower. Yeah, so that is what I use. Areas that you need to pay close attention to when you're in the shower, for someone who sweats a lot. As I said, bacteria likes really moist areas that have a lot of hairs. You see, like if I'm to sweat on my arm, it won't smell because this is open, it's out in the open. But it loves odor, and bacteria love places that are wet and are dirty and are hidden. So for example, under the boobs, you know, that's an attention you need to pay close. That's an area you need to pay close attention to, and also under your armpits. It is really, really important. Then let's not forget your butt crack and also your vagina, the vagina area there in between your thighs. Make sure you clean that area really, really well, and in between your toes. Bacteria also thrives there, so make sure you clean that area really, 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 really well in between your toes. So that is my shower routine in a nutshell. Something I'll point out is it is very important for you to know and understand your body. So understand the products that work well with your natural scent. It is really, really important. Like, for example, I used to use far deodorant, but then I stopped using far deodorant. I was experimenting a lot, right, in my teen years. So I started off with Nivea deodorant, and Nivea reacted badly with my natural body odor. Anytime I would use Nivea deodorant, I would smell worse than if I use no deodorant at all. So I have never, in all these years, after I tried Nivea back in my younger years and it reacted that way with my body, I said no to Nivea. So I started using far, and then I stopped. And the reason I stopped using far deodorant is, oh my gosh, I forgot this part of my story at the beginning. Remember, I'm telling you guys how I used to sweat so much. Sometimes I would go and have to put myself under a dryer in a bathroom and stuff like that. I stopped wearing bright colored clothes and started wearing black. I walked into a pharmacy one day and I was literally in tears, and I was telling this pharmacist like my situation. They introduced me to this product called Driclor. So I'm going to insert an image. It's called Driclor. You can find it at a pharmacy, and this thing worked wonders for under my armpits. People also use it for their hands and feet. For me, it didn't work, but for under the armpits, it worked amazingly. But it has side effects. For example, a lot of itching and burning. You burn a lot. So I had to stop using far deodorant because far has a lot of alcohol in it. So anytime I would apply deodorant after using Driclor, it would sting me. It would literally burn me. So I had to find something less potent. That's why I stopped using far. Which brings me to my next point, the deodorant that I currently use. Where are you? I use Reona. This is what I use. I use Reona deodorant for my day-to-day use, and I just love how tiny these things are. You can carry them in your purse, you can carry them in your handbag, as in to help you throughout the day. So because of over sweating, my body gets, what's this word that I want to say? my body gets used to deodorants very fast, let me just say that. So it gets to a point where it stops working, so I have to keep switching. So I switch between powder dry and cotton dry for Rexona, powder dry and cotton dry. So I'm always switching between those two, and it's quite affordable. I think it's 300 and something in the supermarket. And then again, I also like it because it doesn't have an overpowering smell, so it just blends in with my natural odor. So yeah, this is what I use to keep me fresh all day. So of course, after showering, you deodorize, yes, and now comes the part of moisturizing. So as I mentioned, I love products that have cocoa butter, cocoa, coffee, vanilla. I'm a huge fan of those products. So for me, the lotions that I've used throughout my whole entire life, Palmer's, number one. Palmer's cocoa butter, I love Palmer's, but then it got too expensive for me, and then I switched to Vaseline Intensive Care, which also has cocoa in it. And then Nivea released a product that I actually like, and I was just like, whoa. So it's what I'm currently using, this one. It smells so good, and it's also really moisturizing. So their deodorants might suck, but for me, but their lotion is, this one is to die for. Radiant and Beauty Advanced Care, and then it has avocado, almond, soybean, macadamia, and olive oil. Those are the ingredients. I don't know how well you can see, but anyway, yeah, it has natural oils, and it keeps my skin looking so moisturized, you guys. Like, I love it. So during the cold, so this is what I use. Then during the cold season, my skin tends to dry out a lot, so I usually mix this Nivea with this. This is Vaseline Intensive Care Cocoa Radiant Body Oil. So I still have to find a way to sneak some cocoa in there. I'm obsessed with cocoa butter. Let me tell you, those ingredients, my skin just loves them. They make me smell amazing. So yeah, so once you've showered, make sure you dry yourself properly under your breasts, in between your toes, under your arms and stuff like that. Make sure you're completely dry before you begin moisturizing. So these are the products that I use to moisturize my body. I also love Care Butter products. Let me tell you, their products are amazing, all natural products. I also use products from Care Butter. I will link them in the description box. Their butters, oh my gosh, you guys, I've introduced so many people to Care Butter, and they keep coming back to me and telling me, wow, their butters are amazing, so moisturizing. So if you can get shea butter from Care body butters, you'll have done yourself and your skin a favor. So those are the moisturizers that I use. And then now next, I'll talk about underwear. So I love cotton. So for me, cotton is just such a user-friendly fabric. It is so user-friendly. Like, you'd have to have stayed with that fabric for so long for you to start smelling. I love that. I feel like cotton absorbs odor and sweat very well. Very well. It takes a lot for you to start smelling when you're wearing cotton. So I love my cotton undies, and cotton panties don't have to be boring. I had done a vlog where I showed guys where I get my underwears in Tao. If you haven't watched that vlog, please go and watch that vlog. Very affordable and very cute underwear. So I love cotton. Cotton just it works so well for me. So I love wearing cotton panties. So this is an example of cotton. Back in the day, I used to buy panties like this. You see, fully lace. I used to buy panties like this because it felt like the cool thing to do. But when I would sweat, the smell wasn't good. I'm just gonna be frank. The sweat was not good at all. So I still have them, yes. I wear them during the cool season when I don't sweat a lot, but during the hot seasons, I'm a cotton fanatic. So lace doesn't take well to odor. It does not at all. So I stopped wearing lace quite often. Yeah, so I'm a cotton girl. So especially this part that touches your vagina, just make sure it's cotton. If it's lace, you'll have a problem. So those are my panties. And then How do I keep fresh throughout the whole entire day? Water wipes. Water wipes. I carry them and I have them in my bathrooms at home. Water wipes. They're user-friendly and are flashable. That's one thing I like about them. And then they don't have chemicals in them. As they say, they're alcohol-free and paraben-free as well. As you can see, alcohol-free and paraben-free. So this brand is Hanan. You can get them at almost any supermarket, Quickmart, Carrefour. You can get this flashable water wipes. So I carry them in my bag, and as I mentioned, I have them in my bathrooms. So after I do a number 1 or number 2, I use the wipes and then I dry with tissue paper. Because I found just using tissue paper, especially after doing a number 2, it doesn't leave you with a clean feeling. So if you have, is it called a bidet or Bordeaux or whatever? If you have that in your house, even better. But if you don't, I would recommend using wet wipes. Like, it just keeps you so fresh and so clean. And then if you've sweated a lot throughout the day, I also carry these wipes. I mean panty liners. These are panty liners. Velvex Comforter. And then for me, I go for the extra long for full protection. Extra long, so it will cover you. Let me show you how long they are. This is how long the panty liners are. So you get a lot of coverage, So it would take a lot for the sweat to touch your panty. You know, it covers you from the beginning to the end. So that's one thing I love about these panty liners. Velvex Comforter. Please make sure you get these wipes. Always also used to have extra long wipes, but they're always out of stock. So I'm just like, will I keep, as in? So when I found out this brand, I was just like, yes, thank you God, thank you God. So in a day, how many panty liners do I carry to use for? In a day, yeah. You see, when I'm at home, I don't sweat rarely, or I don't sweat as much if I do. And then when I'm at home, I'm rarely in underwear either way. So I use them when I'm leaving, when I'm going out, to use throughout the day, morning, afternoon, evening, depending on how long I'll be out. So I carry these panty liners in a bag. I have a toiletry bag that I always put in my handbag. So I will carry the wipes, I mean the panty liners, and then also the wipes. That is how I keep fresh down there. So I have to keep changing to make sure the panty liner also doesn't start smelling. And then I also, as I mentioned, this is very pocket friendly. So I also I have another one that I use for my bag. So if I feel like I'm starting to, smell quite a bit, I will just use the wipes, clean myself up thoroughly, and then deodorize with Rexona. So that's how I keep myself fresh. And then for my feet, as I mentioned, after you've come out from the shower, you need to dry yourself kabisa. And then I use this for my feet. I don't know if you can see. Clotrimazole Candid. It's a powder. So I use it for in between my feet at night. So after I've showered, I will pour this in between my feet to keep my feet dry, because they're constantly wet because of the sweating. It is very easy for me to get bacterial infections in between my toes. So, and that brings smell. So I use this at night. And then I will also moisturize my feet using shea butter. So I use shea butter on my feet to moisturize my feet. And then I'll put socks on and then I will sleep. By the time I wake up the next morning, even though I've sweated in between, my toes is still dry. And then my feet also feel nicely moisturized because of the shea butter. So it feels nice, soft and smooth. Also, another tip you people are going to love me for, because of excessive sweating. I remember, as I mentioned in the beginning, I used to wear closed shoes a lot because I didn't want people to see. But then the downside of wearing closed shoes and you're sweating, your feet begin to smell. And I found out it's actually not the feet that smell, it's the shoes that begin to smell. So it used to really, really affect me. Imagine going to someone's house, you're afraid of removing your shoes and stuff like that. There are times where if, let's say, we've had a plan, let's say at a restaurant, and then someone suggests we go to their house, I'd be like, no, I can't, I have things to do at home. But it's because I was afraid of going to someone's house and removing my shoes, because that thing, it's so embarrassing. It's really, really, really embarrassing. So if I knew I was going to someone's house, I was always wearing sandals. Always, no matter how cold, wet, it's raining, I don't care. I'll wear sandals, because I do not want that humiliation and I do not want that embarrassment. But my gosh, this trick, you guys, you have to try it. Water and bicarbonate soda. Just put bicarbonate soda and water in a spray bottle and shake. And then 10 minutes before you're leaving the house, spray the shoes that you're wearing. Spray the shoes and just leave them there and let that solution dry inside the shoes. And then no matter how much you sweat, the shoes will not smell. Bicarbonate soda is an odor killer. Every woman should have bicarbonate soda in their home. People even use it as a paste to scrub under their armpits, for their feet and stuff like that. Bicarbonate soda is an odor killer. It's even used to clean drainages in people's homes. I use it. Like, you just pour some bicarbonate soda in your drainage, in the sinks and stuff like that. Then wait for a few minutes and then pour some vinegar or some water or some lemon solution, and your drainages stop smelling. So it is an odor killer that every woman and man needs to have in their house. And guess how much bicarbonate soda is? It's like 25 bob. 25 bob. Let me show you. That is the bicarbonate soda. I use this one for Zesta. 25 bob, imagine. And then I just come and put it in a jar. Like, I have so much of this because I use bicarbonate soda to clean, and I also use it for that situation. And let me tell you, when I go to people's, now I'm buying sneakers, I'm buying clothes, shoes. Like, I feel so, yay, I can go to someone's house with clothes, shoes, remove my shoes, and there won't be a situation. It works wonders. So if you have an issue with smelly feet, just make sure you try that. And then also make sure you clean your shoes every single time you wear them. Make sure you clean them. That is something I have been doing since I was young. Every time I wear a pair of shoes, I get home, I go to the laundry area and I clean my shoes under, inside, and then leave them out to air dry. I leave them outside, and then the next day I will take that bicarbonate soda and what do you call it, water solution, spray it in the shoes, continue to leave it outside. Then after it has dried, store it back in my closet. So it makes sure your shoes stay smelling clean and fresh. So clean your shoes every single day. Then also another thing is the socks. Do not repeat socks. Honestly, if you have excessive sweating disorder like I do, hyperhidrosis, do not repeat socks. And then wear cotton socks. Cotton, as I said, absorbs sweat and odor quite well. It takes a long time before it starts smelling. So wear cotton. Wear cotton. Then wash them properly and dry them, air dry them. The same with your underwear. Wash your underwear properly. I always wash my underwear while I'm showering. This is something that I was taught to do by my mom from the time I was young. Like, I've never understood people who stockpile their underwear for a whole week or two and then just throw them into the washing machine. I'm just like, nah. I wash my underwear every single day in the shower. That is how I do it. You just wash and paying close attention to the crotch area, you know, just washing and making sure. And then I use fabric softener. Now, there are people who say, oh, Sijui, don't use detergent and don't use ABCD. I have never had an issue. I don't, Sijui, get thrush or those kind of infections. It has never affected me. So I soak my panty once I enter the shower. Then once I'm done showering, I will wash, rinse properly, soak in Star Soft, and then dry it. That's how I have always done it. Star Soft or any fabric softener of your choice. So wash your stuff properly. That is also really, really important. The same with bras. Because of the under boob area, I can't repeat a bra for more than 2 days. I cannot, because of that under boob area issue. So I sweat a lot almost everywhere, in every part of my body. So for me, repeating clothes and stuff like that is a big no-no. Yeah, just make sure you wash those parts that touch your areas very, very well, or else you'll be prone to bacterial infections. What else? So brushing my teeth morning and evening. This is what I use. I use Colgate. This is the Max Fresh. This works wonders for my breath. So I use Colgate Max Fresh. I brush morning and evening, paying close attention to the tongue, as in paka down there. You know, paka, you're gagging like, oh, yeah, as in you have to brush your tongue deep inside your tongue, like ah! you have to go really, really deep. And then at night I will gargle my mouth with water mixed with bicarbonate soda. Bicarbonate soda is an odor killer. Imagine once you rinse with this, even in the morning you don't wake up with BO, I mean bad breath. So this helps. Yeah, gargle. Or if you don't have bicarbonate soda, you can also gargle with some warm water and salt, and you will wake up in the morning with no bad breath. It will be bad. So yeah, the tips I'm giving you guys. Is there anything else that I've forgotten? Oh yeah, then I always make sure I have gum. So currently, this is the gum that I have, Steamroll. I bought it because it's cheap. And where I was at that time, they didn't have the gum I usually have, which is Extra. I love Extra gum. I would highly recommend Extra gum. It's quite affordable, and then it's also powerful. So yeah, this one I just bought because it's affordable, but yeah, I'm not really a fan. But yeah, I always have gum in my handbag. And then also another area that most people ignore is their belly button. I remember having an argument with someone just last year when I was telling them I clean my belly button, and then they were like, "You're not supposed to clean." Oh my god, you're not supposed. I'm like, hell no, I clean my belly button, and it's not every single day. I clean every 2 days, because it's true that area is very, very sensitive. But because I have a sweating disorder, bacteria, as in, likes my body, you guys. So because I have that issue, like for me, it's very easy for my belly button to start smelling. So I use Flora earbuds. This is what I use. So I will just pick an earbud, wet it, and then clean that area gently. Clean it gently. I'll even smell it. I'll even observe it. If it comes out with no dirt, then it's good to go. It is clean. And then just dry it properly, and then just let it be. And for 2 days, I'm good. And then again, I'll have to do that. So another area that people ignore is also their belly button. So make sure you clean your belly button. And then also behind your ears, that is also another thing. Pay close attention to that, and also in between the ears. Another area that is affected by hyperhidrosis is the scalp. When your whole body sweats, so does the scalp. At least for me, my scalp also. So how do I keep my hair smelling fresh, especially when I have braids and stuff like that? So I'll start off with the washing process. So for the washing process, these are the products I use. Again, I forgot them. 1 minute, just 1 minute. All right, so I'm back. As I was saying, hyperhidrosis can also affect the scalp. So, you know, when your scalp sweats a lot, it also starts smelling. So these are some of the products that I use. As I mentioned, remember, again, I'm gonna say my body just loves coconut oil, cocoa, coffee, vanilla. My body just loves that, and so does my scalp. So I use this cream of nature coconut milk. It is very hydrating for the hair, and it also softens the hair, and the hair smells amazing. As in, this works magic on my hair. So I have the detangling shampoo and also the conditioner. So these are my go-to shampoos and conditioner. This is what I use. And one thing about me, as I've said over and over again, once I find a product that works for me, I do not need to experiment and keep changing things. Once I find something that works, I stick with it. And then for the hair oil that I use, I have this Jamaican black castor oil. It is by Katia. You can get this from my Dawa. I usually order mine from my Dawa. It's infused with rosemary and lavender oil, which are really perfect treatments for the scalp and for the hair. Plus they help the hair grow. So yeah, I would really recommend guys to use black castor oil, Jamaican black castor oil, usually infused with something. Mine is rosemary and lavender. It's really good, therapeutic, and good for the scalp. It promotes a healthy scalp. And then for my hair treatment, after I have washed my hair, this is what I use, Mikala. Again, I love this because it leaves my hair, it has mint, which, you know, that ka feeling, that ka minty ka feeling, that ka cool ka feeling. Yeah, it gives me that. Plus it also really softens my hair. I have really tough hair, you guys. I remember when I was growing up, people used to call it steel wool. So when I use these products, it really softens the hair. So this one is a 4 oils and treatment and protein treatment. It has olive oil, wheat germ oil, mint oil, shea butter, and vitamin E and B5. It's really good for the hair. Even this you can get from Carrefour. I usually get from Carrefour. I order from Carrefour online. So it's a good hair treatment. This is what I use. And then when I have protective hairstyles like what I have now, I have this TCB hair sheen. So I use that to just keep the hair looking fresh, and it also makes the hair smell, the braids and the scalp smell good. So this is what I use, and it has argan oil and coconut oil. Surprise, surprise. And then I also have this mousse. So after you've braided, it just helps the braids keep fresh and look fresh, and it also smells good. So yeah, that's what I use. All right, let's talk scents. So you've showered, you've moisturized, of course, perfumes and body splashes and stuff like that. I really, really love. So my favorite scents, I have Because It's You by Emporio Armani. This is usually my favorite scent. These bottles are empty though, but I'm just keeping them because I am manifesting perfumes into my life. But yeah, that's one of my favorites. And then I have this one, Bright Crystal, Versace. This was actually a gift, but yeah, I've kept the bottle as well. But there's another Bright Crystal by Versace that I really, really like, the pink one. It smells amazing. It smells really, really amazing. By the way, you guys, if you want to go buy perfumes, I know scents so well. I am really good with scents. You need any tips and advice, hit me up. I am so good with scents, man. And then another one that I really, really love that works really, really well with my body is Gucci Bloom. This one is amazing. And you walk into a room, you smell of money, even though you don't have any. But anyway, yeah, so this is my one. Actually, my top 3 is this one. Yeah, this one. It smells so, so good. So those are the scents that I like using, like when I'm going somewhere. But now, since they're finished, the bottles are empty, these are the body splashes that I'm using. There's this one, WIKI Beach Coconut. As I said, me, cocoa and coconut, anything with coconut, cocoa, coffee, vanilla, yeah. So it smells really, really good. It smells like you smell so fresh and so clean. And then there's this other one by Victoria's Secret. It's called Sunshine Haze. Even this one just has a fresh summer smell to it. And these ones last the whole day. I bought them from this page on Instagram. I will also link them in the description box. Very, very affordable. And one thing I love about the lady is I will Google a scent and call her and ask if she has, then I'll ask her how does it smell. Then when she brings to me, she'll even bring for me 10 bottles and say pick the ones that you like. So she's just really, in terms of customer service, she's very, very good. So yeah, I link them in the description box because their service is very, very good, and they have a multitude of female products. So, and there's another one, oh yeah, there's this one, Pure Wonder, but this one is mostly for night and also for when I'm in the house. Like when I'm going nowhere, this is the one I use. When I've changed the bed sheets and I've just cleaned my room, this is what I spray around the room and also on the bed sheets. So this one is just mostly for home use. It has a good smell also. I really like it. So yeah, for now I'm surviving on body mists. So, and to be honest, imagine as long as you do the things that I've listed, like you clean yourself properly, you brush your teeth, you do all those things. Aki, imagine you don't, if you can't afford perfume, body mist, don't sweat it. don't sweat it. But as long as you do the other things, like you're cleaning yourself properly, the underwears that you're wearing are clean, the socks you're wearing are clean, you're cleaning your shoes and A, B, C, D, I'm telling you, you'll be okay. You'll be okay. Your natural scent will just, it will be perfect. You'll be good. You'll be good. So don't worry, CJ, about getting perfume or body mist. Sio lazima. But if you can, do it. Is there anything else? I'm trying to look at this. Oh yes, so one thing about hyperhidrosis, like when you're sweating, fine, your hands are wet and stuff like that, but then once you're done sweating, it is very easy for you to dry up. So one thing I always carry with me also is hand cream, and this is the one that I have. Argan oil and caffeine. So again, coffee, like honestly, you see, it's like nature just aligns. So yeah, and it smells really good. So I have this, and then I also have it in my bathrooms for guests, like when they come over and they've washed their hands like from the bathroom. Yeah, so those are the products that I use. Is there anything else that I have left out? Oh yes, one more tip. As much as we take care of our bodies and stuff like that, we have to be really careful with what we're putting into our bodies, what we are eating. There are certain foods that give you bad body odor. For example, alcohol is one of them, garlic, onions, you know, a lot of junk food and fried foods and stuff like that. That can really affect your natural body odor. So it is really important to watch what you're eating. One thing that I have really done for myself in 2024 is I've started juicing, introducing a lot of fruits and vegetables into my diet, and I have found such positive results. One of them is my skin, that's one. And then number two, my farts don't smell bad anymore. Even my poop, like when I go to the toilet, I don't even need to use toilet spray. I know I'm being TMI right now, but juicing, taking healthy smoothies, oh my gosh, your body will thank you for it. I've also started introducing healthy recipes for smoothies and juices, so please make sure you check my recipes on my YouTube channel. Like honestly, the juices have done wonders for my body. And also hydrating. Hydrate, I can't stress this enough. I have a water bottle that I usually use, 1 liter, that I walk around with to help regulate my water intake. And then yeah, water, and there are various things you can do with water. You can infuse it with fruits, you can infuse it with lemon, just healthy things to make it taste better, because there's some people who say they don't like water. You can infuse it with apples, with cucumber, with lemon. There's so much you can do with water, but just hydrate. Water is the cure to so many things. You want healthy skin, glowy skin, hydrate. Hydrate. You want to feel energetic, hydrate. Your kidneys will also thank you for it. Your kidneys need water, so hydrate. So be very, very careful of the foods you eat. You can also do research. Coffee makes your body smell. Alcohol makes your body smell. Fried foods, junk food, all those things. What makes your body smells good? Fruits and vegetables. It's just like the way women drink pineapple to have a sweet smelling vagina. So what you put into your bodies is what will come out. So just be, also your sweat won't smell as bad if you're eating a lot of natural foods. But if you're eating a lot of junk food and stuff like that, your sweat will smell bad. What you put into your body really, really matters. You can use the most expensive deodorant, the most expensive lotions and creams for your face, for your skin, but if your insides are rotting and are doing poorly, it will reflect also on your appearance. So just make sure you're eating the right foods, drinking the right things. Stay away from sugary things, sodas and stuff like that. Just stay away from those things. And also hydrate. I cannot stress enough the importance of water. I walk around with my 1 liter bottle in the house to regulate my water intake. Hydrate, it is really, really important. I think that's one of the things that really has really saved my skin. So many of you people saying how I look young. If there's one thing that I've never stopped doing is drinking water my whole entire life. I hope this video has really helped those people that have been battling hyperhidrosis. No, you are not alone, and it is not a death sentence. It is completely manageable. And also be straightforward with people. Like for example, if someone comes to shake your hand, just be straightforward and say, my hands are damp, but it's really, really nice to meet you. Just be polite, you know. And even with the people around you, you're comfortable enough, be free with them and tell them, by the way, it's like this and like this and like this. There's no reason to hide. It will even lessen your anxiety when out in public, you know, in public spaces. So it's manageable. You can live with it, and yeah, like life goes on, you know, life really moves on. Thank you so much for watching this vlog till the end. I know you've had a lot of kids throughout the video. It is Gioni, they have come back from school, it's Friday, the weekend, so you know what it is. You know what it is. I'll try and reduce the noise when I'm editing. But anyway, thank you so much for watching this video till the end, and I hope it has helped somebody out there. Keep watching my vlogs, my recipes, my take episodes and stuff like that, and keep engaging me in the comments. I love hearing from you guys, and I guess I'll see you next time. Bye.